I'm from All-American 1930 and today we'll be talking about the inspection checklist for your sterilizer. Your All-American 1930 sterilizer is built to last with the same quality and attention to details our other products. But even the best tools need a little bit of attention to stay in peak performance. That's why regular inspection is essential. This inspection will help ensure your sterilizer operates safely, seals properly, and maintains consistent pressure, which ensures safe, dependable sterilization within every batch. First, we will talk about inspecting the metal-to-metal seal. You want to remove the lid and inspect for any damage on the seal surface of both the lid and the bottom of the unit. Imperfections on the sealing surface can happen over time with the use of the unit. If your unit has cracks or is unable to build or maintain pressure, please contact customer support. Next, we will inspect the overpressure plug. Inspect this for cracks, wear, and debris accumulation. Replace your existing overpressure plug with a new one if you see any of those conditions. Our sterilizers use a bright colored overpressure plug, which differs in the pressure setting from the black one that our pressure canners use. Never replace your overpressure plug with a used one. We recommend replacing this every 6 months, even without the visible signs of wear and tear. Next, we will inspect the steam gauge. Be sure the entrance of the steam gauge is clean ahead of every use. If there are signs of corrosion, rust, or fogging, we recommend to replace the steam gauge. Additionally, during the use, if the gauge does not match the operation that you are performing, it may need to be replaced. For example, the gauge does not show proper buildup of pressure during the heat up period, steam is venting aggressively and the gauge is reading low, the gauge is completely non-responsive, or the gauge is not properly returned to zero after the cool down period. A good practice is to replace the steam gauge yearly. Next, we will talk about the control valve. To ensure long life and proper operation, it is important to periodically clean the control valve thoroughly in hot, soapy water. If distilled water is not used, dissolved minerals could build up and cause the valve to leak. To clean any built-up materials, put the lever in open position and soak the valve in vinegar. Be sure to clean the control valve in hot soapy water after soaking in vinegar. In the event that you are unable to properly remove any foreign materials in your control valve, we recommend that you replace the control valve with a new one. Next, we will talk about the excess pressure relief valve, which is located behind the handle. Inspect for any dissolved mineral buildup. If there are any mineral buildups within the part, we recommend replacing the valve with a new one. We recommend replacing this valve every 3 years in normal service. Next, we will talk about the air exhaust tube. It is essential that the air exhaust tube is frequently checked to make sure that the air freely passes through it. We recommend that you blow air through the exhaust tube to be sure that it is not plugged with any foreign material. Simply remove the air exhaust tube from the control valve on the bottom of the sterilizer cover. The tube may be cleaned using a small diameter wire running through the length of the tube several times. If you notice any difficulty cleaning the exhaust tube or notice any corrosion, please discard the tube and replace it with a new one. All of our units come with wing nuts, pins, and bayonet clamps. Inspect all these components for any wear and tear or cracking. Although not common, we still recommend inspecting these components and replacing when necessary.